Hi guys. Alright, so I have a pretty neat little product that came in the mail for me the other day, and I'm really excited to kind of start diving into this. It's been really busy with work, so I'm kind of slow to catch up here, but I wanted to tell you guys about this product called Gunbox. It's a very small, a very inconspicuous, kind of quick access safe. We'll say portable safe, sort of portable, because you can actually mount this. You can mount it to a wall, you can mount it under a desk. But it's one of those safes that, you know, if you've got a concealed carry firearm that you don't necessarily want to leave sitting out and about, maybe you don't want it on your kitchen counter, you don't want it next to your bedside, just kind of out in the open, this is a really great option. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys. So this particular model, it's the Gunbox Plus, and it comes in carbon black or gunsmoke gray. Both pretty sleek, pretty cool colors. I definitely like it. I think what I liked about it is that it doesn't necessarily look like a safe, and it's just, I don't know, there's a lot of aesthetics to it that to me, it just seems like one of those items that you could add to your home without it seeming like it's just any old safe again. It doesn't have that look, which again, like, I like it. I get it. I'm a girl. I have guns that are Cerakoted, and that's fine. So, that being said, I just wanted to kind of point out some of the things that are included. You do get a quick start guide, and I've actually already kind of went through it. I'm one of those people that I actually do like reading the directions, and I will say they're really easy to follow. It's super simple to operate. The thing that I definitely noticed that I think is a very valid point to talk about on this product is the redundancy of access. So what's been keeping me from getting one of these types of safes in the past is sort of this notion that if it's a safe that opens with maybe like just like a biometric, like your fingerprint sensor, or maybe it's an electronic, like a digital keypad, I'm always afraid of what if that access point no longer functions. You know, it is not uncommon sometimes for biometrics to sort of fail. I mean, it does happen. It is what it is. It's still technology, and technology is not 100% foolproof. So that being said, what I thought was really cool about this product is that they've sort of thought about that, and they've worked around that. So on this particular safe, you get multiple ways of accessing. So even if one particular one should ever fail, there's always a redundancy. You get basically a programmed key card that you can use to open the safe. And you get two of them, actually. So if you have, you know, a husband or your wife or someone else that, you know, lives in the house that you want to have a card for them to access the safe, there's two of them in here. And you can actually program, I believe it's set up to 20 cards. So, you know, if you've got multiple family members and you want additional cards, you can actually program so that multiple people in your household can actually access the safe. You also get two key fobs, so you can put these on your keychains. They're, you know, again, a very quick access. Swipe it over, you can actually get into the safe. So that to me is another option. You can put it on your keys, but hey, maybe you're in a spot where you don't have your keys on you. So on the safe, you'll notice there's also a biometric sensor, so you can program it with your fingerprint, and there's also like a digital numeric keypad. So you basically have four ways of accessing the safe, which I think is great because, you know, like I said, technology isn't always foolproof, and sometimes certain things can fail, and for me that's been something that's always kept me from investing in a lot of these quick access safes, because I honestly don't trust that if it's only a biometric, it's going to be Murphy's Law that when you need your firearm, that's going to be the time that it decides to crap the bed, we'll say. So on this, you get also your charger with it. You know, just real simple. Plug it in, charge it up. It's going to last you about 3 months, full charge for 3 months. You know, it's one thing that's kind of neat about this. So if you end up being one of those folks that decides to put this next to your bed, maybe you put it on like a nightstand. So if you do have the safe actually plugged into the wall, and you keep it that way, which is totally fine. You can use it without it. You can use it with the plug. If you do use it with the plug, you'll notice on the back side there's actually some USB ports. These, as long as you have the safe plugged into the wall and there's a power source, you can actually plug in your cords and basically tether it to your cell phones, to your digital, like maybe you have like a smartwatch, an Apple Watch, something like that, and use it also as a charging station. So it minimizes needing to use all of your outlets. It also just kind of makes everything very convenient and actually everything in one place. So to me, that's great, because if you do have this next to your bedside, and obviously this is for your home defense firearm, and now you also have your cell phone that's right next to it, so if there is an emergency, you can immediately call 911 or have, you know, your loved one call 911. And I just think that it kind of very neatly puts everything in one place, which is super smart, and you should have a plan. So all that being said, like I said, my goal here is to really kind of go through this. I'm going to get more in depth, sort of showing you guys how easy it is to use once you've programmed all your different key fobs, your cards, your alphanumeric, your fingerprint sensor, and then also show you kind of what your max capacity is for how much it can hold, because maybe you don't want just your firearm. Maybe you want to put a firearm, a flashlight, a knife, or pepper spray. There's definitely enough room to store more than just a firearm, which I also think is something that's important, because I've had those very small kind of, you know, little keypad safes before, and a lot of times they don't hold very much. You know, maybe you can get your firearm and an extra magazine in there, but even then it's kind of limited. So this is definitely a good size, and I kind of want to see, you know, some of us carry a small Glock 43, some of us carry maybe more of a full-size gun, some carry, you know, a full-size 1911. And I just kind of want to show you guys sort of what you can actually fit inside of this, which I think is really important, so that you can decide for yourself, if you get a safe like this, how many different self-defense tools that you can include. And I do definitely think having things in one place makes it a lot easier. I mean, how many of us have a bedside table with a drawer? Great. And then we just throw everything in it, and then it just becomes this cluster of just a junk drawer. And in the middle of, you know, God forbid, a home invasion, something going horribly awry, the last thing you're going to want to do is try to dig through your drawer to try to find your flashlight, try to find your knife, try to find your gun, try to find your extra ammunition, try to find your phone. I mean, I just think having everything in one place is super smart. And if it's not going to be used on a bedside table, and it's in your kitchen, it's a great place to put everything. Stay tuned. I'm going to get a little bit more involved in this, and we'll kind of check it out and see what happens.